Hello, I'm Sarah Chatello from SassyPaperCrafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and today's video is all for my casual crafters. Now, a casual crafter is somebody who's just a bit beyond a beginner. You're not quite avid though. You don't need everything. You're stamping, you're making cards, but you're not going as far as to die cut, emboss, all those things. So the products I'm going to show you today and the tips are for casual crafters. So first I want to show you the annual catalog. If you don't have one of these, there will be a link to this in the description of this video. And I also have a resource where I show you all the things I'll be talking about today, and as well as a few extra things that I don't mention. So the first thing for a casual crafter, I think, is the Stampin' Trimmer. It's a paper trimmer. This goes out to 17 inches, and it also has centimeters at the top. It opens like this. It has a paper trimmer and a scoring blade, a cutting blade and a scoring blade on it. And I'm going to show you really quick how I cut my card bases. So when I buy the 8.5 by 11 packs of cardstock, I don't generally use the 12 by 12s. I like the 8.5 by 11. And so this side here is the 8.5 side, and then the long side is the 11 side. So what you're going to do when you cut a standard card base, this is Poppy Parade, by the way, is you're going to take the long side, put it at the top, and measure to 5.5. Now this will give you the standard size of a card. It'll fit in a standard envelope in our Stampin' envelopes, or basic white envelopes, I should say. And then what you're going to do is make sure your cutting blade is at the top, turn it around, and score it at 4.25. And that is your standard card base. And when you fold it, it should be even. If it's not, what I do is I line up the two edges. Move my trimmer for a second. I take a bone folder, which is also a casual crafter tool, and I smooth down the base. And there, if you can see, it lines up perfectly. So that's my first tip, is the paper trimmer. Next, when you're starting out, if in my last video I said, you know, buy the ink spots and basic stamp sets and punches, but also when you're becoming more casual, you kind of want more colors. So I recommend that color packs of paper. They have the individual colors. I find those are more for avid crafters. This is the 2021 to 2023 in color pack. You get 20 sheets in this, 4 of each color. So there's 5 colors here. And let me see, I have a subtles right here. And so this is one of our color collections here. And there's 2 sheets of each color in there. So that's what I recommend for the casual crafter, just because it is a little bit more cost effective to do things that way. And as a casual crafter, you're stepping up your game a little bit. So I recommend getting a few different colors, your favorite colors of the Stampin Blends. The Stampin Blends will add a little bit more pizzazz to your project, a little bit more wow. And also, I also recommend the Wink of Stella. The Wink of Stella can go over our water-based ink, our blends, any of it, and it just adds a little bit of a sparkle to your projects. And also for a casual crafter, my recommendation is things like ribbon and embellishments, because that just makes your card go from nice to wow. So go through the catalog, the embellishments and the ribbon. The ribbon are on page 139. And then the embellishments, I think, are after that. Oh, let's look. Let's find out together. Yes, the embellishments are on page 141. So I recommend going through, picking things that you like and the colors you like. Because the avid crafter is someone like me, who I need all the things. I have to have every color. I have to have all the dies and the embossing. And speaking of embossing, Stampin' Up sells the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. This is the regular size. This to me is more for the avid crafter. The casual crafter, we have the mini, and I will show you that in the catalog as well. That is right here. There's the dies. And if you look at the catalog, the dies are labeled and the embossing folders are labeled as mini, meaning they will fit in the mini. Let's see. The embossing folders are as well. They're just in white. So these ones will fit in the mini. There we go. So yes, there's two sizes. There's the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and the mini base plates. Your machine will come with everything you need just to get going right out of the box. And so with the mini, I recommend starting with embossing folders. Embossing is probably the easiest thing to do to step up a card. It just takes very little from it to go into nice to wow with some of these. I don't actually have any. Oh wait, I do. I have the greenery. I just don't know where it went at the moment. But these are the standard size and they don't fit in the mini. By all means, if you feel like you're going from casual to avid, step it up, get the big machine. I love mine. I use it for everything. But if you're just casual, you're going from beginner to casual, I would start out embossing. Die cutting can be tricky, and it does take a while to work your way up to that. The other thing I wanted to show you was the tools for a casual crafter. So we have things like watercolored pencils, which are similar to blends. Those will step up your stamping. This stuff here I feel like is more for the avid crafter, but there is the Wink of Stella there. Sponge daubers are great. I have them always on my desk, and I have reds, greens. I don't have one for each color, but I have, like, that's dark greens and light blue greens. And these, if you just take a card base, I have a card base here, and you just put them on your finger, they fit right in your finger, a little bit of ink, and flip around the edges, it really steps up your card. So casual crafters are all about stepping things up. You know how to stamp, you know how you want your colors to look, things like that. You're just trying to step everything up. I also, for a casual crafter, recommend the water painters, and they come in 3 sizes, and you just fill the barrel with water, you push, and you can watercolor with these. I do recommend using either Stays On or Memento ink and letting that dry before you watercolor. But that's also a great way to step up your cards, as well as the blending brushes. The blending brushes to me are more of a casual crafter technique, very easy to do, and all you need is an ink pad and a brush, and you can blend any color you like. So that's all I can think of at the moment for my casual crafters. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. You can email me, comment on this video, however you feel comfortable reaching out, but I would love to hear from you. So until next time, have a good day.